In The Matrix, the character Cypher, a member of the Resistance, betrays his brothers and sisters in arms to Agent Smith in exchange for being plugged back into the Matrix and for being given a comfortable life as an actor or someone important, as he puts it. Every time I see The Matrix, I wonder, would Cypher have been reinstated in the Matrix had he succeeded in his mission? I now aim to answer that question. Cypher's betrayal is a pivotal moment in the movie, as it shows the audience that not all humans are willing to fight for their freedom. Before we go any further, it is important to make a distinction between the machines and Agent Smith. While the machines as a whole may have a sense of morality and may honor their promises, Smith is a different story. His main objective is to keep the Matrix in balance and act as a counterbalance to the Chosen One, who has the ability to overthrow the machines. Smith is not bound by the same moral code as the machines, and it is unlikely that he would keep his promise to Cypher if it didn't serve his own interests. If Cypher was negotiating with the core AIs of the Machine City, then they would likely keep their promise. It is explained over and over that the machines are spiritual and religious. This implies that they have a sense of morality.
I have your word.
What do you think I am? Human?
Especially in keeping their promise to Neo in the very end, a promise they weren't obliged to keep. Because Cypher was negotiating with Smith, it's unlikely that Smith had the moral scruples or even the power to reinstate him in the Matrix, especially without memories of his near past. Unlike Agent Smith, the machines most likely have the power to erase memories, which is what Cypher asks for in exchange for his betrayal. While it's theoretically possible for the machines to do this, the process is likely imprecise and unreliable. Memories are formed in complex ways in the human brain, and it's unclear whether a machine could replicate this process with any degree of accuracy. As a side note, I should say that in the Matrix Resurrections, it is revealed to be possible for the machines to implant false memories and remove real ones, but I do not count this film as being a successor to the trilogy. The core canon of the trilogy has been changed to the point where it is a completely different story with a Matrix skin pulled over it, but that is a topic for another video. The fate of Cypher as a result of his negotiations with Smith was unlikely to result in a positive outcome for him, regardless of how successful his mission was. Smith would have most likely killed him. Cypher was a loose end, and Smith would probably have wanted to eliminate any potential threats. Another theory about what may have happened to Cypher after his betrayal is that he could have been rewarded for his actions, similarly to Judas Iskariot in the Bible. Judas was one of the 12 disciples of Jesus, and the one who betrayed him for 30 pieces of silver, leading to Jesus' crucifixion. Similarly, Cypher betrayed Neo and the Resistance for personal gain, and it's possible that Agent Smith would have rewarded him by reinstating his body into the Matrix, just like the High Priests rewarded Judas. This theory is supported by the fact that Cypher negotiated his return to the Matrix, just like Judas did with his 30 pieces of silver. Furthermore, Cypher's character shares several similarities with that of Judas Iscariot. Both men were part of a group fighting for a noble cause, but ultimately betrayed their friends for personal gain. Additionally, both men were motivated by greed and a desire for wealth and comfort. However, this theory is purely speculative, and there is no concrete evidence in the movie to support it. It's also worth noting that the character of Cypher was heavily influenced by the film noir genre, which often features characters with questionable morals and ambiguous motives. In conclusion, while it's possible that Cypher may have been rewarded for his betrayal, it's more likely that he would have been killed by Agent Smith as suggested by the first theory. The character's similarities to Judas Iscariot add another layer of complexity to his motivations and ultimate fate, making him a fascinating and multidimensional character in the world of the Matrix. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, then consider hitting that thumbs up icon and subscribing to the channel. I have more Matrix content that you can dive into, and until next time, stay curious.